In the middle of Brightvale stood a tall, old clock tower. Every day at exactly noon, the giant bell rang so loudly that even the birds in the sky fluttered in surprise. But one Monday morning, the clock stopped, right at 11:53, 7 minutes before noon. 12-year-old Arjun noticed it first on his way to school. "That's strange," he said. "The clock is never wrong." Arjun loved solving puzzles. He dreamed of being clever like Hercule Poirot and observant like Tintin. So instead of ignoring it like everyone else, he decided to investigate. That afternoon, he convinced his cousin Meera to sneak, carefully, into the clock tower. Inside, the stairs creaked. Halfway up, bang! The heavy door at the bottom slammed shut. Meera gasped. "Did you hear that?" Arjun's stomach twisted. "It's probably just the wind," he said, though there were no windows open. They climbed higher. Tick, tick, tick. Arjun froze. "The clock is broken," Meera whispered. "So what's ticking?" The sound grew louder as they reached the top chamber. In the center of the room sat a small metal box connected to the clock's gears. On the box was a digital screen, 0612 and counting down. "It's a timer!" Meera cried. Arjun's mind raced. Was it a bomb? A prank? Something worse? He wanted to panic. He wanted to run. But he remembered something his science teacher always said. When things feel urgent, slow your thinking, not your feet. He took a deep breath. "Look at the wires," Arjun said. "They're not connected to anything explosive. They're connected to the bell mechanism." The timer read 0447. "If the timer reaches 0, Meera said slowly, the bell might ring early or too hard." Arjun examined the box. There was a small keypad with 4 blank spaces. "It needs a code," he said. The timer ticked down. 0359. Meera looked around the room. On the wall were old photographs of the tower being built in 1904. 1904, she said. Arjun typed it in. Nothing. The timer, 0241. Arjun noticed something carved into the wooden beam above the bell. 7 minutes early is still on time. 7 minutes, he whispered. The clock had stopped at 11:53, 7 minutes before noon. He punched in 11:53. The timer froze at 0128 click. The box opened. Inside was a note. "To the one who notices what others ignore. Brightvale needs thinkers like you." Suddenly, the clock gears groaned back to life. Tick, tick, tick. At exactly noon, the bell rang, clear and steady. The door downstairs creaked open by itself. "It was a test," Meera said in awe. Arjun grinned. "Not of bravery, of thinking," Meera finished. "When something feels scary or urgent, your brain may want to panic. But the smartest move is to pause, observe, and think clearly. Courage is important, but calm thinking under pressure is powerful." And from that day on, whenever something strange happened in Brightvale, people didn't just ask, "Who is brave enough?" They asked, "Where's Arjun?" When they told the town mayor what had happened, he smiled. "It wasn't a trap," he explained. "It was part of a safety challenge we installed to see who would notice and act carefully instead of spreading panic." Arjun and Meera weren't scolded for climbing the tower. Instead, they were thanked. The mayor handed them certificates naming them Junior Guardians of Brightvale. But what made Arjun proud wasn't the certificate. It was this: when something scary happened, he didn't panic. He didn't run. He didn't guess wildly. He observed. He thought. He stayed calm. And that made all the difference. Bravery is good, but calm thinking is better. When you face a problem, take a deep breath. Look carefully. Think before you act. Because sometimes the biggest challenges are really just puzzles waiting for a clear mind to solve them.